Good afternoon and welcome to a coffee table action figure video review from me, Eamon O'Donoghue, action figure designer and just general nerd and collector. Today I get to look at the Combatants Fight for Glory, Thales and Kasos. These are two brothers, two gladiatorial Minotaur brothers. And as you guys know, I only review figures that occasionally get sent to me, and of course I do love these Combatants. You can look over my previous reviews, or I've reviewed all previous other waves of Combatants, but these are a bit special because they're brand new, big ass figures. But first of all, let's just do the packaging quickly. As you can see, these guys are Thales the Shredder, and basically gives you a little bit of artwork on the side, bit of blur, bit of bottom. Basically, this says it's a bit long-winded because it's a big long review, or it'll add time to the review, but. In short, the two boys here were born a little bit disfigured as kids, but they grew up as thick as thieves as two brothers. But eventually, as they got older, hitting puberty, they started getting bullish features, you know, as you do. And you know, the townspeople started getting a little bit freaked out by them, to the point where the townspeople were getting a little bit shitty with them, and to the point where these two boys started to stop taking that shit and decided to say, yeah, we're going to start ripping dudes apart now. They're taking the mickey out of us. So that's essentially what happened. These two boys were nice, then they weren't, started tearing people apart because they were nasty to them. And the Romans saw them, and instead of killing them, the Romans said, let's put these two bad boys in the arena to fight other gladiators. And so we have two fighting brothers there, and they both have the same bios as well. I think, well, actually, yeah, they both have the same bios. Yeah, they both have the exact same bios there on the back. But yeah, nice, good, solid packaging, and they're nothing terribly fancy. It's the same standard packaging from all across the line. But yeah, they come well secured in a nice tray and all the rest of it, and it's nicely presented. So there you go, that's nice. But yeah, let's talk about the actual figures themselves. Again, you can buy one individually, buy one singly. If you were to get one, I don't know which one you get. Maybe this guy, but it's a lovely, cool black Minotaur. Is just absolutely to look at as well, to behold. These are stunning figures. As per the previous waves of Combatants, the articulation for these guys and just how they feel and look is just so smooth. So let's just quickly go through them. They got a good, decent movement on the head there. They can kind of look up. So you can get that looking up there, that looking down. What's great as well, they got really good jaws. Lovely articulated jaws, and they can go really wide. So you can get really big screams, or you can just get a little bit of dialogue, or just a bit. You can go right down as well to get really big screams. You can check my photographs as well. I've gotten some really big screams. Butterfly joint, but it's also got the this thing, which I actually don't know the name of, this extra bit in here. I'm never a big fan of this. I know other bigger figures, chunky figures tend to do this too. I'm not sure it's ever actually worth the range of movement. I'm big on that at the moment. What's worth the movement? What's worth cutting up or not? But as you can see, these are so tight as well. On other figures, these things to be quite gappy. But on these are engineered so tightly, it actually kind of works here. And these are highly, highly posable figures, to be fair. I mean, these are some of the most posable figures out there. Enviable level of posing, to be honest. But what I especially love is the details. Sorry, I'll just go through it. Yeah, so you got the shoulder. You've also got the shoulder swivel, or the bicep swivel, not a shoulder swivel. This is the shoulder swivel, which doesn't go in and out that much, I have to say. It goes in and out a bit, but again, I'm not sure it was quite worth breaking up the thing you've got. It's not too bad. Elbow and elbow rotation as well. So you got rotation to swivel, bicep rotation to the elbow, and you got full ball joint on the wrists as well. And with these figures, you can go up and down, in and out. So you can rotate the hands. You can go in and out and up and down with all these things. Torso crunch. And also rotated the waist as well. So there's a rotated the waist and the torso crunch. So and that's the kind of movement you get. So you can get them going down pretty well, and you can kind of get them up pretty well, but you're starting a little bit of gappage there as well, which, you know, that's just the way it goes. So yeah, and I tend to push down just a little bit. Lovely details here. No, sorry, I digress. I need to carry on with the articulation. So yeah, these legs go up pretty well. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Look at the lovely veins on the legs. Big, sinewy. Look at the lovely things in here. Anyway, I get lost in the details. Double jointed knees, and they go right back. So there you go, right back. I'm not a huge fan of double jointed knees, but on these guys it works pretty well. It does get a little unsightly when you start extending the knee a little bit, because you get a lot of gappage and things, but there's nothing you can do about that. I still think these are just and it's smooth. Smooth. Everything about these is smooth. The ankles are smooth. Yeah, so you got lovely fully movement. It's got all the movement you could really want in a figure, really, to be honest. And you can slide those down as well to get... people often forget that these things have got socks. You can just slide that down to cover up the joints if you want. And as well, that same applies to the forearms as well. But both of them have got the exact same articulation. So we have to look at him. And the details are kind of the same because you got the same bodies, but there's difference, obviously. You got different colors. Lovely soft goods. Really well applied, by the way, underneath the plastic line cloth, which has got plenty of flexibility. Look at that. How good is that? Lovely plastic chains, not a steel chain, it's plastic chain. I actually quite prefer plastic chains because you can apply color to them and wash and just look a little bit more part of the figure. I think chains on figures sometimes like, oh, there's a chain. And it's just, you know, but this is really nice what they've done here. Love the details here. Look at the letters on this. Look at all this. All here, all lovely straps, all this kind of thing here. Really, look at that. Lovely. Look at the fur coming down his back. Look at the weathering on his thing. So they come with slightly different armor, the two of them. And different axes as well. This guy comes with a different axe. And look at this. Look at this guy comes with. He comes with this big swinging ball. And it's quite spiky, so watch your fingers off it. But it's plastic and it's light. And again, it's a... I'm going to do this test now. Because I'm like, is that a plastic chain or is it steel? It could actually be steel. Painted steel. Let's bite. They're steel chains. I had to bite that to check. They're steel chains. So there you go. Steel chains on both. So I was wrong there in my previous statement. These are steel chains, but they're painted steel chains as well, which is quite nice. You know, they just look, my point is they just look really natural. And I love it. This guy's got lovely armband, lovely strap here. Again, they both have the same line cloth and they both have the same things around the legs. Now, what these guys do also come with, if I can find them for you, is they come with extra sets of hands. So you come with extra hands, another set of open hands, a couple of extra fists, two open gripping hands as well. Sorry, I left them all the ways over here. So 2 more gripping hands. So that's basically the hands you get with them. So another gripping hand there on that one. And you also get hoofs. If you're not inclined for the feet, you also get hoofs for them. So you can change out the feet and the hoofs. Now, I'm going to quickly show you because I actually prefer them, even though technically they should have the feet. But I've put them on this other one here, which is a little advanced one that I got sent. I got this one here. And you can see that, you know, it does make them quite taller. It does make them quite tall. This is a special one, by the way. Don't ask me about this one. This is a special one. I'm friends with the company, blah, blah, blah. And you can see, look, he does stand fine on this, but it's just, it's you know, it does make him taller. And it's just whatever you prefer the look of. I quite like the look of the bare feet because it just looks more... I don't know. There's 4 niggas. I'm going to leave the hoofs on this guy, but I'm going to leave the 2 on this guy. But it's good. The problem with the hoofs is you obviously need to bend the feet in a certain way that looks more like a cow would. And as a result of that, you have to kind of bend around and gap, and it starts revealing gappages and things like that. So I would maybe have changed this whole section out instead, but that's going to leave a nightmare for this. So I can see why it ended up having to be down here. It does make him a bit taller. His weapons are popping out. It does make him a touch taller. But it's really up to you which kind of look you prefer. I think there's for and against that. But there's something just a bit cooler about the feet. Having the feet on them, even though I know that this is better. But yeah, same articulation on both of them. Again, and the only thing that really separates these two is just that these have an extra different kind of skull on the belts. But look at the axe. Look at the weapons on the axe. These are superb figures. So these are available now from Big Bad Toy Store. They're also available from 5K Toys as well. So I got mine directly from Xesray himself. So go on there. And I think these are still quite available. And you can, I recommend getting the pair. You got it because they're 2 brothers as well. So it's best to get them as a pair as well. I'd say if you're to get one, maybe that one because it's just a bit more traditional Minotaur. But a black Minotaur is always going to be more menacing looking. And look, I love the how they got different horns. You know, slightly different, I don't know if they got different faces or not. I think they put the same faces, just different paint jobs. It's just, but, you know, there's enough, actually, it is a different sculpt. Yeah, because I'm looking at the top of the head here. Look, his head is, so they are different head sculpts entirely as well. I thought they might have just changed up the horns, but no. No, you can see that he's got a different kind of shaped noggin on him there as well. So that's really interesting, isn't it? Yeah, look. Yeah, so look, different hairdo, different kind of thing. That's cool. That's even more differences again between them again, which is really quite nice. You know, I do like subtle differences like that. But yes, these are the Minotaurs, the two Minotaur brothers from Xesray Studios as part of the Combatants Fight for Glory line. These are my favorite action figures of this kind. You know, I love 1/12 scale action figures, and I love how these feel. To me, these are quality, enviable quality of action figures. I love them. Go get them now. Catch me on the next one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this review. And also check out my Hot Toy Cast as well. It's another channel I have, so check out the Hot Toy Cast as well. And find me on Instagram, Eamon on Instagram, Eamon_ on Twitter, and you can find me on Facebook as well. I design figures and stuff like that as well. But today, it's all about the Xesray Studios Combatants, and look at them. I love them. And they'll also be, these some comparisons, crappy. I forgot about comparisons. All right, let's put some comparisons in. Here they are with their own standard guys. He's a bit tall in the head, so let's put him in with maybe a normal guy. So you kind of see there how tall they are. There they are with Berenice. So Berenice is looking good in there. Look, plenty menacing in there. She's going to get, she's going to kick the two boys' butts, I reckon. Let's have a look at them with a Mythic Legions. So we got a Thales in there. There you go. That looks pretty good. And let's check him out for my own self-gratification with the Fire and Ice Dark Wolf figure from Frazetta Icon Collectibles. This figure I designed. So there you go. But yeah, and again, fits in perfectly well with all these. So these are two big, beefy Minotaurs. I don't think you're going to get two bigger Minotaurs out there, to be honest. But I highly recommend them. I cannot recommend enough. Okay, I'm repeating myself now. I'm gushing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.